Nigeria's National Assembly has okayed the use of direct primaries by political parties in determining candidates for the 2023 general election. It also gave the Independent National Electoral Commission the permission to make use of technological and electronic devices for the conduct of elections and for the transmission of results. Section 52 of the 2010 Electoral Act Amendment Bill empowers INEC to transmit election results electronically. This is the crux of our discussion now. Joining me for more on this is journalist Dari Odufowoko. Dari, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
It's a pleasure.
Well, now, it's no longer news that the National Assembly has given the go-ahead for direct primaries and also the electronic transmission of results. But this, as much as everyone has commended, generally, have commended the National Assembly, especially with the electronic transmission of results. But when it comes to the direct primaries, it seems some politicians are not comfortable with this, especially some governors.
It's expected. They are in the business of politics. And in the business of politics, it is usually the interest of those who seek power. The way and manner they go about getting power, they actually do not want interventions in those areas. And that's what the National Assembly has just done. Let's look at what direct primary is and what indirect primary is. Direct primary simply means it's where the party members get to elect who will be the candidate of their parties. Party members, all party members, as long as you are a card-carrying member of a political party, you're going to have a stake, a say in how the candidate will emerge. Contrary to the indirect, which is the delegate system, the party leader determines who the delegates are, either by suffrage or by selection or by balloting. So a set of people are elected or selected to represent the interest of the entire party members using whatever category and categorization. And these are the people who elect or select the flag bearers. But what the National Assembly is simply saying, it's a party. And we say it's democracy. And the way, there has always been an issue, and that's why we always end up in courts. The way Party A elects its candidate should not differ from the way Party B will elect, because all candidates are still going to face the general populace.
In the same kind of election.
In the same kind of election. So you have a situation where somebody tells you that we have party members numbering 4 million in a particular state. And the candidate of that party goes into an election and could only get 50,000 votes. It calls to question the activities, presence, and spread of political parties. But in this situation, all registered party members will file out in whatever manner, elect their candidate. And if you are mobilized to elect the flag bearer of your party, it just takes to reason that on election day, you should be able to ensure the victory of that particular candidate.
It would have emerged by popular opinion.
We are going to have a situation where our elections, the turnout in our elections is encouraged.
But there's a complaint of the issue of the cost of conduct, because it's like the main election.
that has always been the complaint. That indirect direct primaries usually help reduce costs. In the same way, it helps reduce participation. It helps reduce the interest of party members in the general election, because where you feel that the delegate has gone ahead to elect an unpopular candidate, and you do not wish to vote against your party, what you have is non-interest.
You just make
stay away.
You make do with it.
After the federal government or the country now, as it were, has spent money, time and energy getting you the voter's card, for reason of your party not doing the right thing in your own perception, you refuse to use the voter's card. You no longer participate in the process, the process of electing the leaders of the country. And you are holding on to just one reason: the process of electing the candidate of my party unacceptable. That is one. Another problem we will eliminate with this is the incessant court cases of processes. The Constitution has prescribed a particular process now. So we may have lesser number of needs to go to the courts and interpret what has been done. So as it were, the direct primary is unpopular demand by the people. More people will also show interest in party politics. It is not a constitutional matter. If I'm a member of your party and I've fulfilled all righteousness, I must have a say in who becomes our flag bearer. Right. And at that level, we may quickly even decide a lot of things. But then you begin to look at the numbers of votes garnered in the primaries. It begins to give an idea, like it happens in foreign countries, of where the pendulum can. Unless where you begin to have people vote against their parties, you can. It's unpopular demand, and it's a step in the very right direction.
Okay. Now, the complaint from some people too is that INEC, a primary election is supposed to be an affair of the political party.
Yes.
When INEC comes to monitor, there is this scare that there could be some level of interferences. INEC is not a member of any political party.
Yes.
What do you make of that?
I don't see why we should be afraid of that. INEC, according to the Constitution, Electoral Act now, should monitor your primary. Why? It is to ensure that you follow the due process. It is to ensure that you align yourself and your party with the provisions of the Electoral Act. It is not for INEC to, if INEC did not monitor your election and somebody goes to court to say your election is fraught with irregularities, INEC would go to court and say, we didn't know when this election was held. But if INEC was on ground, INEC would be one of your principal witnesses in such a case. So it's a provision of the Constitution that stands with reason.
So in the long run, is a win-win for everyone.
It's a win-win for everybody, the political party, the candidates, because in this case, I foresee lesser number of litigations.
Yeah, but how come we all commended the option A4 of 1993, and this seemed to be like something close to option
A4. Very close, except for the fact that the parties may now decide. Going back to option A4 by any party will still be in line with this provision. You may decide that your party members will participate from the grassroots. You may decide that you are going to have a general convention or congress. Whichever way you want to go about it, you must ensure that party members elect the candidates. Okay. And we are closing on eliminating godfatherism and money politics in Nigerian politics. If we go by, if all members, irrespective of their social standing, decide that, look, we have had enough of this man, all they need to do is wait for 4 years.
Exactly.
Wait for 4 years and speak with their ballots. And then you discover that politicians themselves will think less of money when they realize that with or without money, these people can decide to deal with me.
All right.
Performance will improve.
It's okay. Let's leave it here now. Thank you very much, Dario Dufowoko. But I'm keeping you for the next discussion as well, as my colleague joins me on set.